happening?
Yeah, we were doing this lobby, right?
Martin! Right? Martin has never...
Martin, can we get the camera on Martin? Martin,
that is
blink twice
okay.
if you're
he has played Brimstone, a 257 ACS Brimstone, so, you know, it could be worse, but is this a choice that you think you would do? No duelist, triple initiator?
Not with the team that they have, honestly. Like, this is very unique. This is like a prep-heavy counter strat. They did this against Fnatic last time on Ascent when they played them as well with the double smoker.
Forced back on B site as Fnatic look to be aggressive on A, on B, sorry, and it doesn't work out.
Martin's going to get cleared here, though, so it is a 4v4, and you simply have to respect the Poison Orb in play from Kron for the time being.
Spam trying to come through from the Sheriffs.
That's been detected, and Alpha up in heaven does get taken out by Pyro.
And that it does. Crashes though, still holding on towards CT, the lone player here, and he's finally routed out. Foster pushing forward, but it doesn't work out in his favour. Neither does the post plan. It's KC who win the pistol.
Be hoping for a homecoming. Maybe Corrode could be the map that they want in their pool to just look that little bit better to keep this lower run going if we're really tempting fate and a possible miracle. Something to think about as time is wearing thin as it so often does. Fnatic now entertaining this mid-fight, one from Kron to try and overwhelm the B push, but Martin stands his ground, and that's all about KC really need here.
Left.
Yeah, and all the players staying away from Chronicle here. He will rescue himself a Guardian, so even if he does stay alive, it won't be the worst problem in the world.
The gun that you want at the same time, though, I suppose. It's not the one we saw Sociable using, but it's Martin with a smoking gun.
Fnatic through B main. Fearless delay coming through, but that flash is absolutely perfect. And Kayak can't go any further. Fnatic are having real problems with trying to get out of these mains.
Oh, and Sugetsu there, even finding the next kill. This could very well end flawlessly. Oster has work to do. He's not even going to find one, and it is an in-zone flawless in the bonus round for KC. Complete shutdown of Fnatic to start this game. It seems to be working as it stands.
Yeah, I'm wondering how this composition that KC has is going to do on the attack side, like, because when we look at it on the defender side, I mean, yeah, sure, it's going to thrive. I mean, you've got a Brimstone, for God's sake. That is so much delay.
Standard procedure right now in shutting Fnatic out of the mid space, an area of the map we'll constantly have to pay close attention to.
Bring them down.
Last player standing.
It's dealt with it as well. So Crashy's one half of all attack rounds, which is a much better trend compared to other teams that have played Corrode attack.
Yeah, and it does stem back to check for any proactivity, but KC are taking this ahead of the curve. Alfier is unprepared, and with Chronicle sat 10 paces behind him, there's no trade either. Now Fnatic starting to reinvestigate these mains, spread themselves a little thin,
and just not winning any fight whatsoever. The re-engage, the utility, they're being pushed back at every point, but there is an opening, and that opening is the B site. Martin notes the players coming out of there, and that is where the spike is, and Crashes all alone will get taken out.
Getting ahead.
Still taking their time to come back in. Don't want to get taken off guard by the last two players, but they will do. And that's the main part of the forces. There's even a molly to take anyone off the spike. Cosmic Divide put in, but it's Chronicle to clutch up again for Fnatic and get a very important round for this attack. As that's where the spike is heading through. It is on Crashes as well too. No, but KC aware of this, and they'll get the first player coming out of Blink.
Yeah, the vines were broken as well though, and KC have consolidated their position with the Brimall.
No, more delay, 20 seconds left. Spike needs to go down. Fnatic need to unlock this site, but they are locked out without a key. But unless Crashes is able to buy this round, the other two players for Carmine Core are nowhere near the A site. That paranoia is huge. It's hit Crashes spot on. No lines of sight and no way to clutch up the round. How long they can keep this going, right? If they're going to stall out on the attack side, we've seen Carmine Core struggle with that attack, well, in general, right across all the map pool. especially with the new map.
VC looking to get proactive here.
They are. Martin's going to Alpha here, so back to a 4-on-4. This round gets so weird because KC are trying to brawl their way through and Fnatic are trying to brute force their way into sight.
They don't want to go A. They want to follow up on Chronicle. He's lurked all the way through B, now getting a chance to fight Sugetsu. Oh, the gun barrel!
No
has
way!
completely done a disservice. And so that is the route to B now open.
Well, KC, they need to try and re-clear through CT, and Kron is ready for the next fight.
Take it on the chin. Lick of damage, trying to run, but the sideline opens up. Without us finding that,
30 seconds left.
his numbers back to KC's favor.
Crashy's next up.
Clearing utility to try and find him here as Crashy's forward position has found two heads. The dome piece removed and now it's on to Boaster. Crashy's has done his best. Can Boaster stand up and complete the task? Of course he can. K-Safeguard Thrifty. Problems for KC.
Don't allow that opportunity to the orange and black, and well, they'll decide to start to look towards the mains. Martin using the Viper's Orb against Fnatic and found a pocket in which to work with, and it works out in his favour. A double kill. One more player to find to make sure that this A-main's his, but it's Kayak through length that wins out and opens up the A site.
Smartly played from Martin. He's done his job of slowing down the push into the retake. Sugetsu has a timing and wins it. That's huge. KC into another retake with numbers.
And the Hunter's Fury hasn't hit. It's only delayed the spike a little bit.
Spike planted.
Because of the information that Boaster gave him earlier, the paranoia not hitting, but the spike no longer in Fnatic's control. The Carmine Core players are on top of it, but time is getting low, and you know the players need to start to get to work to get this one done. Crashes, knows that the spike's being worked on, but with Sugetsu there, it will be a Carmine Core round.
KC are in a brilliant position to handle this.
Ultimate. There's a TP towards the top of mid, and Kayak's taking that. Sugetsu trying to hold on with the classic, and a flash stops Kayak getting any more. Martin in that corner that we've seen him work from before.
The spike has been completely stopped because of this mid-duel.
And 40 seconds left for Fnatic to try and fight their way out of it. Is this going to pivot to an A play?
It almost has to. You can see the movement, but still, because the spike's in mid, they have to get past Pyro. He's the last line of defense for KC.
And Fnatic once again find themselves in a difficult position. But the patience is what always does them so well. On towards Pyro they go, and he's holding on. Alpha, spike down, and now Chronicle. He's only got a stinger, for God's sake. He's got no chance in hell of winning this round.
So time will seal the fate of Fnatic on round number 9. KC already with their advantage. Something that Kayak was great at doing on Apex is being that autonomous leader, the one which brings direction to the rounds which feel hopeless. But another Fnatic 5 versus 4 situation. Trying to use the Viper smoke to just push out of the choke, but KC have it covered. Twice the numbers now. Still slow rolling forwards, but into the jaws of defeat. Alpha will walk away with one. That is all. The sole concession with 10 rounds played. Oh, that's a reacher. I don't know, have you got any more of those for KC perhaps to get their fans excited? Because, I mean, this performance alone is...
They like to try and pivot to split through mid. And look at how far they're going.
Needs to be careful not to get caught here, and he does. Kayak the next to follow it up. Spike still in the hands of Crash. He's still entertaining the possibility of this duel. The B site is free, they don't know that yet. Kron's still working his way through. Oh! Big Alpha play in middle there, okay. Sure, I guess that is what it takes.
Kayak's done so well there. A double entry. This is fights that they've not been winning. Still managing to keep himself alive, and now it's protect the President to keep that pit up. Deny KC a way back in. And that orbital strike being offline is going to prove towards CT. And it's Crashes up on Heaven. with Kayak holding on from down low, trying to make their approach through the pit is not to be advised, but Kayak and his utility gets caught. Time now starting to get low, and this round going into the realms of Fnatic, into the realms of it being an 8-4 half, which is exactly what is needed if there's going to be any semblance of a comeback for Fnatic.
Kayak has only won 5 duels so far, and he's nowhere near this, so it's all eyes on the B side.
Yeah, Althea respecting the push coming through, but not respecting Sadat as he finds the entry pit.
Who's the one furthest forwards? Yeah. The rest of KC now flooding, getting themselves on site, but looking for a way out, an option.
Oh.
Set up this post plant.
I thought for a minute the spike was heading here as well, but instead, no, it's just Martin and Sugetsu. But listen, there's a contest on the Prince of Pistols. It seems to be Althea, and he'll win Fnatic it. Smoke's denying any lines of sight though, and that's the big thing here. Oh, but big information, even though the Haunt denies and Fnatic collapsing upon this mid play. An in-zone flawless in the anti-equal round will make this bonus even more exciting.
Feeling confident they can turn this around, and why wouldn't you?
Confidence within the ranks, but Kayak not found through.
Crashy's on the line, is going to take the next off those players. KC walking into trouble, not much health left on the remaining forces that are now trying to recuperate towards B, and Kayak will drop. Still so much work to be done.
Double stack to try and get out of. Nah, no chance. KC, this bonus round is going Fnatic's way. And as you said earlier on,
Kayak starting to gain confidence in these first few rounds, and now through his lens he looks to find more. 2 from the pole, and in position to get a little more perhaps, but 3 versus 3, no guns for KC, but a post plant on the cards.
Oh, but Crashy's not identified through the nightfall, and an opportunity to deny the spike and any chance of an upset in this round. Sugetsu Sheriff is the only resistance, but resistance is futile. We are all even in this Corrode.
Pyroll over towards that left-hand side, is going to be looking for the orb. He has the Prowlers to bring Kayak off the line. Alpha spamming until the bullets are run out. Martin catches Kayak. A huge kill in the round to influence its progress. Gutting the mid portion just to make sure that they're in the best possible position for a retake as they sit a man down. That's the equalizer. Pyroll taken off his feet. Crashies has his number. Poster now by his side with the flank closing in. KC will begin to search for that advantage again.
Yeah, but Sugetsu's all alone in main, and he's trying to run Scarpa towards the site, but he's playing dangerously.
Still dwindling around, but here is Kron. The onus put on him here. Quick trade. Headshot maybe over-delivering in that situation because it's kept it at 3-on-3. Elevated position Sugetsu. No more to be done from him in the round. We're still at an even man count as it continues to draw forwards. Double stack of players for KC. Walking in with the Odin. Alpha at the back of the pack. It's Arvez. Now this round, a lot more difficult, a lot tougher to crack if you're KC. They've done a great job at removing key pieces from Fnatic's defense before. Oh, what? What is that? Sugetsu's deleted Kayak. Preemptive play made, and with 15 seconds, KC have to scale into the A site. The orbital strike to cut off most of the ground, but it's space that they can't themselves flood into. Spike needs to hit the deck, still not committed. Finally, it's a last gasp opportunity, which Crashies cannot deny. The kill's still in place for Fnatic, but KC have numbers.
That they do. Only one player better, and still Kron to come through, but he's flanking.
Alpha and elbow. Completely unchecked here, vigilant round the corner, collecting the first. Quick trade, Sadak has his number, as do KC. He will set up the contact, the captain. It's Arvez to swing, but it has to be through the molly. Disciplined, in position, resolute they remain.
The players trying to break out of this link position, but the body's there, the Odin not hitting. Crash is missing out, but Poster up close with the stinger, and players have been softened up, which Kayak will manipulate to his advantage. Spike on the floor,
2v1.
and Kayak chasing him down. He needs to be careful.
He has the spike and a full util belt.
Yeah, but 9 bullets in the chamber. That might be all he needs. And that's exactly it! The Wonder Boy comes through once again as Kayak wins the round for Fnatic.
On low HP to get the trade. A much quicker approach with the KO ult used, but you can see how much it means.
They've never really dealt with the top of it. And Kayak, the player who clutched up last round, put under the cosh. Chronicle's there, and he's been set up perfectly! It's multi-kill madness in this round, in this map! And we go all even once again! Denied any lines of sight towards top mid where Kron could be. Look at Crashes.
Walking out, Kayak, first blood on the round, shut down quickly, so Getsu on the swivel. Michael Wall up, Kron caught with his hands in his pockets, 2 players peeking, still gets out beyond the half wall, and Crashes taking down Martin. It's a massacre in middle, yet again. Fnatic starting to now move in front on Corrode.
Thank you, Cronny. Thank you, Cronny.
It's a little bit split. The Fnatic are equal to it every single time, and here, it's a shot in the dark from Boaster. Martin gone with an ult.
Another big F is if they can clear Kron in the corner. Utility there, and they're not going to do it. He's there, equal to the task. Brilliant from Chronicle and Boaster. And Sugetsu all alone on the site. A Sheriff try and clear this out, but Fnatic are there. And they will reach map point on their map choice. Last time KC interacted with this Viper pit was when they just sent the lone fade to try and clear it out. This time round.
Not playing with the util, Sadak holding, and has Kayak dead to rights. On the angle, Alfie just re-clearing A in the meantime, using his flash and taking down Sadak.
And Alfia has support. It's Boaster, and Alfia straight away knocks the next head, hitting his crosshair. Spike on the ground, Nightfall invested. KC need to try and make their way towards A. They encircle it. Still, an orbital strike to clear out the site. Alfia just managing to escape, or so I thought. No, instead, they've opened it up clearly, and Kron has to try and make his way back through.
Multiple clutches for the man already. Could the most decorated player in VCT add another clutch to his collection? Not gonna happen. Pyro to claim. KC staying in this.
That could really delay any retake that they want to go for.
Exactly. It's the Hunter's Fury in early. Oh, Aves lands the tag. Looking for Crashy, searching still. Can't find him. Kayak cracking down instead. The same fate, but no capitalization. Still here playing from the corner. On the wall, Aves finally takes him down. And KC back in the 4-on-4.
And Fnatic respecting this. There's a little bit of spam coming through from Crash's Odin, but it hasn't really netted anything in terms of a kill. But Boaster maybe shown a bit too much, gives a pick to KC.
Still players low on the KC side though, one of them, Martin, melted through the wall. The hopes and dreams of this team might be slipping through their fingers. Sadak's trying to get off site. Full setup from elbow in post, but where is the spike planted in all of this? Is there safety? A sanctuary perhaps for KC? Something to sit on? Could they take it to OT? Or a Fnatic gonna hold the line all the way through? Crashy seems to think so! But Pyro has ended it! KC stamp it out, and to overtime we go again.
30 seconds left.
Gets closer to crunch time. Boaster bold from the corner. Util sent out. Still Sadak trying to hold the line, but Boaster bests him captain on captain. Kayak the next. Fnatic 1 by 1. Making this attack work. And KC have been foiled. Their plans deleted. Alpha, one more. And now Martin has it all on his plate.
Against 4 as well. Kron in the corner. 2 players to try and swing off of him. This is everything that Fnatic want.
As soon as that reload is hit, Chronicle smells the blood in the water. Eyes bigger than his stomach, perhaps. Martin will get away with another, but this attack round and how pivotal it could be for Fnatic is everything, as KC will have to go back and win another one of their own. There's simply not enough time on the clock to make it happen. Fnatic have played a blinder here. Asked for the mid-duel, and he's set up Kron here to receive it. Fight in main, double reveal. Aves looking to profit off it, but Kron at the double, he's held up his end of the bargain again.
And so is the rest of Fnatic. That Spike
Has the jump up here, and as Sugetsu walks in, it's the spike fouled. Fnatic moving ever closer.
30 seconds left.
Pyrol to pull them out of a bad position. And Chronicle yet to be cleared. 20 seconds or less, or we're going all the way to bind. Pyrol walking in. He's not going to find it with this one. So Fnatic will restore order, at least for the time being. The lower run continuing to a third map.